Mic check. Balls. Balls. Mic check. 1, 2. Alright, today is day 16 of fermentation. This has been sitting in primary for 16 days. After day 7, I took a reading and I was at 1.0, which means it completely fermented out. Now that doesn't mean it couldn't go below that. So today what I'm going to do is take a gravity reading, get the fruit out, let that drain, transfer it into, some call it secondary, some call it conditioning. I just let it sit in there and try to settle out as much as it can. I try to get it as clear as I can in secondary. And that's it. Let's get to it. So don't take the top off yet. I love this thing, man. All right. And everything has been sanitized. Take a gravity reading. I was at 1.0 on day 7. This thing really took off the first hour after pitching the yeast. That smells good. It smells like blueberry. That's a good sign. Now I'm not going to do anything to this in secondary. I'm not going to back sweeten it. I'm just going to let it settle. Then when it comes time to bottle it, I will taste it and then decide if I need to sweeten it, which I'm sure I will, because I like a 10-15, a 10-10. I think I'm getting a little air through there. There we go. My hands, everything has been sanitized. That's even worse. There we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I don't think this thing has moved. Where are we at now? Let's see here. We are at, I think it's actually gone down a little bit more. 0.998. 0.998. So it has fermented more. That's okay. We're just going to move it to secondary. All right. Get that out. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to pour this in here very carefully, slowly. I don't want to introduce oxygen. All right. There we go. I'm going to transfer this. Let me get my. Okay, I'm gonna look in here, make sure there's nothing fuzzy with fur on it growing. There's not. It smells good. Let's get this bag out. Oh, I don't want to lose it. I hope I tied this well. If I didn't, oh well. There it is. Alright, we're going to let that drain. Now I'm going to transfer. Now to do that, this needs to be higher than what I'm going to put it into. So I'm going to move this right off camera. Oops. Put this on. Make sure this end is at the bottom of your carboy and it stays there. Yeah, and I've got like an inch of lease, inch and a half. So I'm just going to put this halfway in. Try not to disturb it. Give it a few pumps. And once it's started, just let it go. And that's going in there rather well. And you're going to lose some because of the lease. Might have to tip this when it gets to the bottom so I can get out as much as I can. For the most part, this has just been degassing while it's sitting there. There was a small amount of pressure still in the airlock, which tells me there's a protective layer of carbon dioxide that's protecting it from oxygen. And it still hadn't degassed totally, but it's close. Alright, we're getting close. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'm right below the handle. Ooh, sludge. I'm going to get as much of this as I can, because it's not going to start to ferment anymore, so I don't have to worry about blow off. Alright, I'm going right there. Yeah, you're going to lose some. Oh! Ooh! It's like Three Stooges. And here we go. Oh, I forgot about the juice I have left in here. I might be able to get that in there. Now what I'm going to do is cap this. Man, it's beautiful. I'm going to cap this with an airlock. Like I said, it's finished fermenting, but I don't want anything to get in there. So I'm going to cap it. I'm just going to let it sit in a relatively dark environment, and hopefully it'll settle. And then I'll be back. .998. Let's just label. Man, it's beautiful. And as always, be good to one another and tell someone you love them. Part 3 coming soon.